Namaste. And welcome to this yoga class on flexibility. Obviously, yoga's one main attribute is it makes us more flexible. So we also would like to be a little flexible in our mental attitudes as well. But, I work daily at a desk where I get stiff, so doing a little daily yoga practice is really essential for alleviating a lot of that stiffness. You'll learn about safe stretching to protect your joints and ligaments from injury. But our rigid mindset can cause discomfort when new situations arise. But an open mind allows us the freedom to reassess and adapt to our circumstances as they change. And a flexible perspective allows us to empathize and collaborate with a wider group of people. And if we're willing to question our most cherished beliefs and assess, are they really serving us and in our community? So that we can objectively evaluate, new ideas. And try new poses. Just see without expectation, what happens, because your body might delight and surprise you today. All right, so we're trying to center here now, be more flexible in our mental attitudes, and allow us to adapt and find more suppleness, more freedom. Create a sacred time and space now for this practice of flexibility, non-attachment to pre-existing beliefs. Hridaya Mudra increases the capacity of empathy and unblocks the energy in the heart. So we bring the tip of the index finger to the base of the thumb and then touch the tip of the middle and ring finger with the tip of the thumb, leaving the pinky extended and allowing this empathy to connect us with one another. Knowing that we all have our own beliefs, our own attitudes, but willing to listen, hear one another. Being flexible enough to objectively assess, are our beliefs serving us and others in the way that we practice? Do they contribute to our physical well-being, our mental and emotional well-being? Now, for beginning flexibility, we'll start on our back, as I think having the spine supported is a safe way to begin stretching. And let's start just by hugging the knees into the chest. Let the head and shoulders rest. Let your arms lengthen on the inhale and contract as you exhale. And the movement can be as simple as in and out, or you can add some variation of rocking, circling, whatever feels most pleasurable in your body. right. And then to separate the knees, lift the soles of the feet to face sky, and hold ankles or feet, bringing the knees down towards the armpits. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. And inhale, expand in the hips, shoulders. And exhale, focus muscular energy into the core as you stretch those muscles in the hips, thighs. So safe stretching involves engaging and tensioning the muscles that you're stretching. Adding a little resistance to the stretch so that the stretch is even through the whole muscle. Great. Did great there. You can let your feet rest down on the mat and extend the left leg so it's flat on the floor. Then lift the right leg up to the sky and straighten the knee. You can press the right thigh forward into your hands. And over a series of breaths, walk the hands higher up towards the ankle. Allowing the knee to soften on the inhale if you want to readjust and fine-tune. And then see if you can straighten the knee on the exhale. And once you're warmed up, you may be able to hold that right big toe with the hand. Now we're opening the right leg to the right side and supporting the outer knee, or keep holding the big toe as you open the leg sideways. And release and lower the right leg. Stretch both legs away. Then lift the left leg up and holding the back of the left thigh, stretch it overhead and flex the foot. Relax the knee on the inhale if you want to readjust where your hands are. And then try and straighten the knee as you exhale. Adding a little more stretch, but also engaging the muscles you're stretching. So keep toning those quadricep muscles, hamstrings, calves. And over a series of breaths, you can try to hold the big toe with the left hand. The right leg stays flat down on the mat. The right palm can press onto the top of the right thigh. Hasta Pada Gustasana. Now open the left leg out to the left side. Support the outer knee, thigh, or keep holding the foot. And open gently to the side without letting the right hip lift up. Perfect. You got that. Great job. Relax and lower the left leg down next to the right. And we'll bend the knees, lift them up, and widen the feet to the width of the mat. Now your arms can open like cactus arms, and slowly turn the knees, twisting them to the side, and taking a breath there. Feel the stretch on the outer thigh, hip, and then when you're ready, turn the knees to the second side, Allowing this opposite hip to stretch. Lengthen the side body on the inhale, stretching that opposite arm away. And then take the knees up and over to the first side. So the left knee is near the right foot. And you can add the weight of the right heel on top of the outer left knee to pin the knee down with a little more stretching ability. And when you're ready, go to the second side. Twist the knees. And then you can add the weight of the heel on top of the outer knee to give a little deeper stretch in the right thigh and hip. If we're on the same side. Great job. Lift up the knees and rock yourself up. Come up all the way to standing. And separate the feet about hip distance with the feet parallel. And lift the arms up over the shoulders. Tahita, extend through the fingertips. Good. Inhale, lengthen the legs, stretch to the sky. And exhale, integrate the shoulder blades into the back, navel to the spine. Expand with the inhalation, stretching to the sky. And contract with the exhalation, steady and firm in your legs and feet. Good. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind the head and look up, inhaling, arch back. And then exhaling, round forward with the elbows wrapping around the head, the chin tucking to the chest. Repeat that, opening with the inhale, arching back. And exhale, rounding forward. Now, release the hands, slide them down the legs. Bend the knees and fold over the hips with the knees bent. And try walking the knees straighten one at a time. And bend the knees deeply, lift the heels, squat down towards the heels. Good. You can balance there by practicing tiptoe balance. Perfect. And release, hands down, lift the hips and fold forward. All right, inhale, stand, lift the arms, stretch to the sky. And exhale, rest the arms by your side. And step to the front of the mat and take a big step back with the right foot. Balance on the ball of the foot. Okay. On the exhale, begin to straighten the left knee, fold over the left hip. You can use blocks under the hands. Bend the knee on the inhale. Straighten on the exhale. Doing right. That's it. Step the right foot forward to meet the left, and step the left foot back to your lunge. Hands on either side of the right foot. Inhale, the right knee is bent over the ankle, above the ankle, I should say. And then on the exhale, straighten the right leg and fold over the hip. Rocking back and forth as your breath flows evenly, smoothly, and deeply. The next inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right, and exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, rise, stand with the arms up and palms together. Exhale, rest the arms. Step right foot back for warrior one. Bend the left knee and find stability through the right heel. Then, right hip facing forward, lift the arms, and press back through the right heel as you extend up through the thumbs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, integrate the shoulder blades into the back, the navel to the spine. That's right, doing very well. The more you press down through the back heel, the more you can lengthen the spine, lift up out of the lower back, and then rest. Bring the hands behind, clasping together, and then fold over the left hip. Try lifting the knuckles up and over the back, and humble warrior. Stretching those shoulders. And as my hands are sliding apart, release the hands down, step the right foot forward, inhale to a flat back, and then exhale, fold over the legs. All right, step the left foot back, bend the right knee, ground through the back heel so that you build a pose with a strong foundation, a long spine. Good, that's it. Expanding the shoulders, the neck. As you inhale, reach to the sky. And exhaling, consolidate with muscular energy into the core. Pulsing with your breath. Like a star shining. All right, humble warrior. Bring the arms behind and draw the shoulder blades in. Then you can go on, fold forward over the right hip. Try and lift the knuckles up to the sky. Now release the hands down, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway. Exhaling, folding fully. Great. Inhale, lift all the way up, reach high, palms touching, and resting then. You're all okay? We need water, drink water. Go on to warrior two things. We'll start with right foot stepping back to warrior two, bending the left knee so that the knee is approximately over the ankle. You have a vertical shin. Now the arms open at shoulder height. Good job. Pulling the shoulders back, Drawing the shoulder blades together. And then looking to the left fingertips. Expanding with the inhale. Contracting through the core as you exhale to deepen the pose with more muscular energy in the thighs. Beautiful warriors. Take the left elbow down to the knee, the right arm forward over the ear. Parshvakonasana. Maintain that downward pressure through the back foot so it helps lift the right hip up and back. That's it, you're doing it. Inhale, lift up to the sky. Turn the feet for the second side. Now we're bending the right knee. Taking time to complete each breath. Expanding upward on the inhale, strengthening downward on the exhale. Really using those thigh muscles. Very strong warrior. Good. Now the right elbow to the right knee. Extended side angle with the left arm angling over the ear. Okay, so just roll that left shoulder back, maybe look up, and tuck the right hip under. Use those strong thigh muscles. Strong core, drawing the navel in. Now, release, stand back up to warrior two. And lower the arms. The feet now parallel, wide apart. Fold over the hips. You can use the hands on the legs or on a set of blocks or fingertips to the floor in front of you. The knees can soften. Breathing deeply. Then straightening the knees as you exhale, fold the crown of the head down. Very nice. Looking great, everyone. Straighten the knees as you exhale and push down through the hands. Lift up through the tummy. Okay, inhale, stand all the way up. This time, clasp hands behind the back. And if your hands are slippery, you can use a strap to connect the hands. I have a strap in my bag, but I haven't brought it out. And draw the shoulder blades down and together. And we'll try folding forward, lifting the arms up over the back, the knuckles over the head. Now here we don't have the hands to help support on the floor, so we need double the muscular energy in the legs, hugging the legs to the midline, lifting the kneecaps. All right, inhale, lift the back up, and back up to standing. Take a few resting breaths, shake out any tension. All right, we have one more to fold forward. Slide the hands down the legs until you can reach the big toes. Then bind the big toes with the two fingers inside, the thumb on the outside. But instead of pressing down on the thumb knuckle, lift up on the big toes and then fold forward. So shoulders lifting up, elbows lifting up. And it's all right to relax on the inhale, reassess, and then venture a little deeper on the exhale. Good. Lift all the way up, come out. All right. So now, bring the feet together. Yeah. There is a standing balance pose, hand to foot. So if you feel unsure of your balance, you may want to stand beside a wall where you can get some stability. And balance, we'll start on the left leg, lift up the right knee, and either hold the back of the thigh, maybe you're using both hands there, or you can go to bind the big toe with the right hand. Okay, so here's Hastapada, hand to foot. Open the right leg to the side now. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the crown up, and release. That's great. So, flexibility comes into a lot of the balance poses. Now start on this side with the right leg down, lift the left leg up to bind, hands under the thigh, or strap around the foot, or holding the big toe if that's available. Lift up to a straight spine, and then gradually open the left leg to the side. Tuck the tailbone, lift the head. Okay, good job. Those aren't easy. Shake that out. And I think you deserve to come down for a rest on hands and knees to table pose. All right. Let's do a little cat and cow. Exhale to angry cat. Inhale to sway back cow. And just feel how supple your spine is from the tip of the tailbone, each vertebrae articulating freely to the crown. Press the hips back to the heels. Exhaling, hips down. Inhale, lift the hips, bring them forward, and exhale, roll down through cobra. Reversing that, inhale up to cobra, table pose, exhale back to child's pose. So feel that wave-like movement of the spine as it ripples all the way through each vertebrae. That's the way, doing good. And finishing that, back to table pose. Curl the toes under and lift up the knees. Stretch the thighs back. Press the palms forward. Now you're going to relax the knees and shoulders on the inhale. Fine tune where your hands and feet should be. And then stretch through the arms and legs and spine as you exhale. Really enjoy the movement of the breath. Now looking up, step the right foot forward. Bring it to the outside edge of the mat so the right arm will be inside the knee. You can lower the back knee down or keep it lifted, whichever you choose, and start to bend the elbows. Inhale, lengthen the arms, make sure the spine and neck are straight, and exhale, bending the elbows, you'll begin to stretch more in the hips. So you can take a few breaths with the knee down, and then if you want to try with the left knee lifted, left leg straight. It's almost like you're doing little mini push-ups, but with the right leg helping you. Now some yogis can also try and get down onto the elbows. So we have a pretty deep hip opener. All right, I'm going to switch sides. So slowly step the right foot back to downward dog. Take a few centering breaths. Complete breaths in and complete breaths out. Looking up, step the left foot forward and lower the right knee down if you want to. Just fine-tune that left foot over to the side edge. Hands under the shoulders. Bend the elbows. Begin to apply muscular energy in the thighs and hips and core as you stretch those muscles. Inhale, relax that tension, the arms extending. You can experiment with having the elbows down. You can experiment with lifting the back knee, straightening the right leg. Now relax, release that stretch. Going back to table pose. And come, let's go step the right foot forward. Walk the heel to the front of the mat. And then as an option, you can move the left knee behind and come down into Hanuman Asana, this splits. So imagine you're pressing the ball of the right foot forward into a wall and the ball of that left foot backward into the opposing wall. Squeeze the muscles that you're stretching, lifting the kneecap up so it pulls the thigh bone back into the hip socket. Deep muscles take time to stretch, but it's time to switch sides. Slide the right heel back. Step the left foot forward. Walk it up to the front. And begin to move the right knee back. Flex the ankle. Press the ball mound of that left foot forward. Keep squeezing the kneecap and lifting that thigh bone back into the hip socket. Deep breaths, so there's plenty of time to assess and feel where the pose is serving you and where you need to modify it. Now, begin to release that. Bring the left foot behind. That could be the hardest part of the pose, getting out of it. And sit back to the heels. Okay, so we're in Virasana. You can have the hands on the soles of the feet to open the chest. Or you can also do the Supta Virasana version of reclining, leaning back onto the hands, or even lowering down onto the elbows. And try to stretch the knees forward, lengthen the tailbone, bring the sides of the ribs down. Lengthen the back of the neck, Maybe even stretch the arms up over the head. So someone were pulling your arms one direction and your knees in the opposite direction. This is super deep stretch in those quad muscles. They get chronically tight if you spend a lot of time sitting, as I do. And come out when you're ready to lift the head up. And then lift the hips up. Okay, so we stretch these muscles. Now let's strengthen them by a little back bend and camel pose. Support the buttocks with the hands, lean the head back. And keep firming the buttocks to press the hips forward. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And if you want to, try reach down to the heels. We stretch open the heart. Now press down through the feet so much that you can lift the head up, lift the arms up, lengthen the spine. Before resting, hands down. Back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. A nice chance to walk the knees, circle the hips, or just find stillness with the breath. And we're going to go on to pigeon pose. Let's take the right leg, lift it up, and then swing the right knee forward into pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. With the right knee behind the right wrist, the right shin is at a diagonal in front of you. And walk the left knee back. Lower the hips down. See, some of you know that you can thread the needle on your back as opposed to being face down. And walk the hands forward if you like to deepen that stretch in the right hip. Keep the hips balanced and level. Breath smooth and even. And the muscular energy in the core of the pelvis, the inner thighs, steady and even, steadfast. You can stay in that sleeping pigeon or on your back, but I'm also going to invite you to practice mermaid pose, lifting the chest and shoulders, bend the back knee, that's the left knee, and hold with your left foot around that foot or ankle, spin the elbow up, bring the left heel up towards the left hip. Now straighten up the back, press down through the front knee, and then see if you can lift that right arm. And once you have that balance, you're going to try and hook the left toes into the crook of the elbow. Reach over the head with the right arm and bind behind the head. Once that bind is grasped, you turn your chest forward, press the head back, open the chest. All right. When you're done, step the right foot back to downward dog and stretch the knees, walking them. Rocking the hips. Any fun little movement. Then we switch legs and lift the left leg. Swing that left knee forward to Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Maybe starting with alignment, muscular energy in the hips and pelvis to keep you balanced. Try folding forward. You can use the elbows to support. Extend down with the forehead. Or if you're interested in mermaid, lift the chest up, bend the back knee, and begin with a thigh stretch, just pulling that right heel in towards the hip. And you would try and hook the toes into the crook of the elbow. Balance without the left hand for support. And carefully lift that left arm behind the head. Oops, tipping over. Releasing that to knock off my mic. Get on there. All right, please sit with legs open to a nice wide angle. Flex the ankles, spread the toes, so there's plenty of energy in the thighs, calves, and you can press down through the sitting bones, lift up through the crown. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward, engaging the muscles in the thighs and the calves to pull the thigh bones back into the hip sockets. Inhale, lengthen the spine, even the chest expands, and the throat. Just fold naturally on the exhale. If it's possible, you can bind the big toes with your hands. Lift up the elbows, lift up the armpits, and then bow the head down. Perfect. Lift the back up, releasing, help the knees lift up, and then stretch the legs in front. Flex the ankles, inhale, draw the lower back in, sit tall, and use lots of muscular energy in the legs as you lift up on the inhale, lengthen, and fold forward on the exhale. Okay. So I can hold on to the back of the calves. Fold there. If that's easy, you can move on to the ankles. Exhale forward. And then try holding the big toes. So you're lifting the elbows up, the armpits and shoulders up as you bow forward. Good. And release, lift up to a straight back. Okay. Let's go on to the crane pose. Bend the right knee, hold the ankle or the outer edge and inner edge of the foot, and lift up the right leg, straightening the knee, but also straightening the spine. That's the way. That's it. Good. Now bend the knee, take it back to the side, and rock the knee side to side, the shin in front of you, the ankle flexed but not twisted to the side, so we're not sickling the ankle. And bring the right heel into the hip crease, the left hip. Then lean to the side so you can bring the left heel underneath the right knee. Now, this is a half lotus. That may work better to be up on a little height, like a little blanket. Here, maybe I should turn. See, that's everybody's got. Get in here. All right. So we're in half lotus, Ardha Padmasana. And as you can see, my right knee is not really down to the foot or to the floor, so it's really not appropriate for me to attempt a full lotus pose. That would overstrain my ankle or my knee or something, the hip. So just practice safely, know where your limits are. But I will try and enhance the stretch here in Ardha Padmasana by folding forward. Not in any rush. Nice huge breaths. And just melting forward on the exhale. Respecting my body's own natural limitations. They're there for a reason. All right, now we'll lift up and release this side. Massage, circulate, circle, whatever you need to rest. Now start crane pose here with the left leg lifted up, straighten the spine. Good. Bend the left knee, take it out to the side, cradle the left shin in front, rocking it, circling it, just lubricate the head of the femur and the acetabulum, where it's meeting the hip. And then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bring the heel all the way up to the crease of the hip. And then lean away so you can fold the right heel under. And then come back to a level seat with both sitting bones back and apart, the spine straight, and just be open to whatever your body's offering you today. There's still using muscular energy in the thighs to pull the heels in, and strong muscles in the peroneal shin area to keep the ankle from sickling. All right, and continue forward if you're inclined to fold over the hips in either Ardha Padmasana or full Padmasana, respecting the body and honoring the breath. Wonderful. Very good. And lift up, release, and massage the legs, the knees, whatever needs it. And now we go on to the back and start in bridge pose on the back. Walk the heels up towards the buttocks. Keep the feet parallel. Then arch the lower back. Press the elbows down. Begin lifting the sides of the hips up. And boost up the buttocks with the hands as high as it'll go. Walk the heels under. And then hold that with the muscles in the back. And clasp hands underneath. And there, tuck the shoulder blades together so you can lift the chest. Stretch, open the heart. Last full breath. Inhale to your max. And exhale, release the hands. Lower the buttocks down. Good job. Now, lift the feet, round the back, tuck the chin. You're going to rock back and forth on the spine until your hips rock up into the air and you can extend the legs over the head into plow. And try and straighten the knees and lift the thighs away from the face. The hands will support around the kidneys and back. Okay, and then widen the feet and bend the knees. Now you're probably holding the ankles, bringing the knees around the sides of the ears. Then roll back down into happy baby. Great. Straighten the knees to open the legs to a wide angle. The lower back on the mat. And then release the legs down and stretch them out. Lift the arms up over the head. Widen the legs and arms. Take up all the space you can. Spreading the palms and spreading the soles of the feet. And stretching all the toes and moving the fingers and wrists and ankles. And full body stretch in the back and the shoulders, and the hips and the legs. Every muscle has another delicious stretch, including the face and mouth, even the tongue. Finish your body stretch. And then release the arms down by your side, the palms facing up. The legs hip distance apart, and the feet hip distance apart. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back and relax into the floor with your back and your hips and your legs and your arms and even your head sinking into the floor as though it was in a soft down pillow. Let me dim some of the lights here. There you go. Just making yourself comfortable. The arms and legs and spine symmetrical. Making sure you have enough warm clothing on to stay comfortably warm. And as you found a nice, comfortable position, you're ready to relax and release all your effort now and let it dissolve into the floor, trusting, accepting the floor's support. So you don't have to hold yourself now. Let the floor hold you. And begin to rest in the face and the mouth, and the eyes and the jaw, slack and loose. Breathe into the shoulders and arms, allowing them space to melt and dissolve. Breathe into the wrists and hands, releasing any tension in the hands or fingers. Breathe into the back and chest, relaxing any tension in the chest or back. Breathe into the stomach and hips. Melt away any effort in the hips or stomach, unraveling any knots, loosening, dissolving and melting that tension. Breathe into the legs. And all the muscles in the legs relaxing, melting, softening, and releasing. The floor is holding your legs. You don't have to hold them now. Breathe into your feet and ankles. Release any tension in the feet or toes. Relaxing that. Softening. Now your whole body is comfortably relaxed, calm and peaceful. And your breath is steady, as though you were pretending to be asleep. Your mind is at rest, content, happy that you've done something good for yourself. Enjoying the pleasure of that satisfaction, contentment, letting it spread throughout your whole body. Tingling, electric, good energy. This positive energy helps you remain flexible in your body and mind, able to adapt, able to be open to new ideas. Willing to question even your most cherished beliefs and assess them objectively as to how they benefit you now in your health, physically and mentally and emotionally. Now you can start to deepen your breath and reawaken the body, stretching the fingers or the feet, moving the head or the shoulders, and just generally reawakening to roll over perhaps on one side, and give your mind the space and time to reawaken to this moment, in this place, to be present again in your body, and sit back when you're ready to any comfortable position. You are very flexible. So, congratulations on your flexibility. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.